The first thing that was a big indicator was I was on holiday and I was dragging my right foot. My wife kept saying, "Why are you dragging your foot? Just walk properly." So all of my symptoms are down, or most of my symptoms are down my right side. It's weakness down the right side and a bit of a tremor, particularly times of stress. I don't notice it much, but it was noticed when I was on the TV that I was holding a mobile phone and my hand was shaking. So it's a lack of control on the right side. Apart from that, sort of non-motor things, I sleep very bad. I've got very, very bad sleep. I've always had bad handwriting and it's, really bad now, and my typing is really slow. Well, I did have depression for the first year, which has sort of gone away, luckily.
Right, that's pretty good. Can I ask how often do you see your...
It can be, if you didn't make a fuss, it could be a year at least.
Right.
Yeah. I'm kind of, apart from the sleep, I'm kind of okay with it at the moment. So I don't, that's why I'm not actually jumping up and down saying, I need to see my consultant now. I mean, every time you see your consultant, they change the recipe, as it were. But I take my pills, and physically, I do a lot of walking. I think exercise is really important.
Absolutely.
And I feel okay about it. It may be because I also have another condition, which I've had for a long time, an ocular melanoma, which was far more frightening and felt life-threatening in a way that Parkinson's didn't.
Right.
And I'm still treated for that. So that may make me a bit more relaxed about Parkinson's. Plus I meet up with these other old people every month or so.
Do you believe the exercise is helping you a lot?
One of the things I do is I've got an Apple Watch and I try and close my rings, which I don't manage most days, but so it's a real incentive to do it. And the exercise is mostly just walking. I do Pilates. I try and do Pilates once a week. So it's not at all heavy, but I try and keep do some sort of exercise every day.
That's really good. Well, the reason why we asked this because tracking symptoms of Parkinson's is one of the really important things that we find so that the clinicians and individuals can have more tailored care.
Yeah.
And physiotherapy, for example, one of the things that can be helpful is if someone is affected with their voice more, then we can give them recommendations on the physiotherapy with their voice, for example. So tracking symptoms, because 6 to 12 months they see their clinicians, and it's not enough time when it comes to 10 to 12 minutes.
Absolutely.
To update them about how they've been feeling. Everyone's, and when they're nervous.
This is a whole movement in medtech, isn't it? The remote monitoring.
Exactly.
I think it's great. One of the problems is whether the neurologist will have enough time to deal with this enormous flow of data which will be coming out.
That's exactly what is important. And
well, I'm seeing just lots of work on wearables, remote monitoring. I think remote monitoring is the big thing.
Yes.
Both helpful for patients and may make the health service more productive. I was writing a big thing about one hospital. They've begun after chemotherapy, and then they're given an app with a very simple questionnaires, and they are able to sort of monitor their responses to these questionnaires, and then decide whether they need to come in again.
Exactly.
Exactly. More efficiently.
Yeah.
So that kind of area. I mean, what I'm interested in is how this integrates into people's wider care. So